Oh wow. So I'm here at Pittlands Lake. Pittlands Lake's in Ormsmondon. I've been fishing for about 4.5 hours. I've had one carp. I've just cast out into the lake, and seconds after my float hit the water, the water moved in about 4 places with fish all round where I've just cast. Got luncheon meat on the hook again now. I've been trying bread. I've been baiting up with ground bait. I made a mix up. So every couple of casts, I make up a ball of ground bait, and then I throw it in the water. And it's gone right by the float, so that's good. Today I've come here and I decided to use one rod rather than two, because I wanted to concentrate on float fishing today. I'm using a Polaris float, which it finds its own depth. So my bait's on the bottom. It's like it's laying on really. It's a form of float ledgering. So I've got a weight, sliding weight on the line, goes up to the float, and the float actually moves up and down the line. It's a really clever system, really. It's a simple setup, and yeah, it seems to work quite well. There was a few people fishing on this lake when I got here this morning, and it's thinned up now. There's only me over here and the guys over there on the other side of the lake. There we go, that's the lake. He's on the other side of the island now. And my float's out there. I don't know if you can see that, probably not. The float's out there, it's just bobbling up and down in the water. I'm waiting for a bite. Oh. But yeah, there's fish all round where I'm fishing. I've not really come prepared today for a video. I've got a GoPro with me and a camera, small camera. Guys, all round where my float is, there's bubbles. There's fish on the bottom. Now they're feeding on the ground bait that I'll just put in there, and my luncheon meat on a hair rig is right next to that. So I'm just waiting for that float to go under. It's been a bit quiet today though. We've had a bit of rain, and it seems to liven up when the rain comes down. Oh, there's a big one next to my... They're teasing me. But yeah, I'm thoroughly enjoying this. I normally fish ledger rod out at the same time as when I'm floating, but because there were so many people this morning on the water, I've decided to use one rod. It's nice to have a go on the float, isn't it? Just concentrating on the one thing. Oh, something's pulling my bait. That went sideways, so that is a bite. So there's something interested in my bait. There it goes again. It's moving around, but not enough to strike. God, the water's alive out there. And the other one is close in here to the margin, about 10 foot from the bank. And I'm just over halfway to the island where I'm fishing at the moment. Bait's gone, look at that. There's definitely fish out there. They're grabbing the bait. Yeah, there's definitely more movement of fish since the people have left. It's just the trouble when you get too many people fishing on a lake, they stop biting, they go off the feed. So now there's only 2 of us and they're looking for grub. So that's what I'm using. Bit of luncheon meat on a hair rig. So we push the needle through the luncheon meat. The hook's going to sit just above it. Put the little bait stop on there. A simple little setup. With the hooks just above the needle, above the bait. So that's good. That's all looking rather good. Get rid of that little bit of jelly, don't want that. And this is the Polaris float. So the line feeds through it and it falls, but once you put a bit of pressure on the line, it stays where it is, so you can find your level, you can find your depth, so it slides up and down. I've got a sliding ledger weight on there, which goes down to the swivel. I've got a bead on that to stop it banging into the swivel. And it's, yeah, quite a simple rig really. So let's cast out. Get that back in the water. I'll have another handful of this. This definitely helps to get the fish around the bait. Yeah, it brings them into the swim. Yeah, look, the water's moving again. And fish around where the float is. As you can see, the wind is quite gusty. It shoots across the water. That's a fish. And that's about 10 foot from the float. Oh, that was a nice bite, but no joy as it took the bait. No, still got the bait. So we'll have another go. We'll cast at the same place. That's better. Right, so we pull that over where we want it and then sink the line. Very important to sink the line. Right, that line's down. So now the wind won't affect the float so much. And that float's just sitting up nicely now. See that at the back there, that ripple there? That's another fish. And in front now, they're all round, look, they're all round the float. It's alive. Oh, there we go. What they do, they suck on that bit of luncheon meat and it goes in and out, and it's not until they really take it that the hook goes in, and then it, like that. Oh, they're just not taking it in, are they? But they're playing around with it. Still on now. We'll go a bit closer this time. The thing is, you can try all different places, in and out, short, far out. I'll throw a little bit more of that in. Just bring them in to where the float is and where the bait is. Oh, there's a little tap. Now a carp will take that bait in without even thinking about it. I've got a feeling a lot of these bites are bream, because I know there's bream in here. I've caught a few. You just got to be patient. This is what fishing is all about, being patient. That's it. Wow, that was a fight and a half. Look at that. Well, that was a good one. Another 10-pounder, almost. And that was on the dog biscuits, 2 dog biscuits on the air. Quite close in, so I'm going to keep with that. I'm going to keep trying with them. That was only in the water a little while. Oh yeah, that was a good one. So that's 2 nice fish today. We'll see if we can make it 3.